Hey guys, I'm doing a very interesting rough draft video for you guys. So, these two cards are supposed to be the Pegasus and the Dragon, for this deck. And the commander is Kenrith. So, what dragon am I talking about? Well, I've shown it in just a couple, like, shorts and things like that. But it's this one. So, basically, if a sorcery you control deals common damage to an opponent, double the amount of damage instead. So, and then I'll show you guys the Pegasus I'm talking about too. So it's this one. So, but what's the whole purpose of the deck? So, I split this up into quite a few parts. So, you guys should all remember this. This card, or this horse card. So, where you sell it, you get to make a copy of a target creature that sold it. So, you guys are probably knowing where I'm going with that. So, you can copy the dragon and have two of them on the field. Well, how are you supposed to get the dragon onto the field? Well, you can make it a horse, which is where the Pegasus comes in. Wherever you cast a horse, Pegasus, or a unicorn, you copy it. So, that's where these come in. And then there's more copy spells to, get more onto a field and basically just one-shot each of your opponents with a crap ton of damage. So, and how's that supposed to work if you just kind of make, a single copy? Well, that's where these come in. So you make 2, 4, 8 maximum off of this. Now, I don't know if you get to do that with this. It says you make a copy, so I'm guessing that you would make 8. I'm not sure, but at least off the ones I do know, you can make multiple off of, this, that say create a token that's a copy of the target creature. So, yeah. So, that's where those come into play. Now, next, I'm going to do this. So, these are burn cards I have for the deck to also help with being able to end the game faster. So, this says whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So, if you have, let's say, 3 of those dragons, so that's 2, 4, 8, a 8 multiplier basically. So, if you play a 5/5, that's basically essentially 40 damage to one target, essentially. So, yeah. And it's also a odd mana cost, so it works with the Obosh. It is 5, so it does work. So, that's where. And then the Gearhulk, it lets you either draw or you mill, and then your opponent takes damage equal to the total mana value of the 3 cards. So, yeah. So, that's that. Next, I will go up to my top right. So, basically, what this is that other types of creatures you control have hexproof. So, let's say that your opponent tries to get rid of the dragon before it's, sold. So you can tap it along with maybe like a couple other copies they have on the field, tap those, and then pay 2 white, and then you can bring this out, and a number of creatures that are tapped, they have hexproof. So this is really good for that specific reason too. So, and then this gives you additional combat phase, which I don't think the deck would need, but you never know. So, and then the cat and Questing Beast both have a sentence on both these saying that damage cannot be prevented. So, yeah. So, both those are really good too. So, and then for the last part before I show off the rest of the deck is the final portion of this. So, Casablanco. So, with Roaming Throne. So, basically, if you sell the Casablanco, it doesn't work with the dragon, but your opponent still loses life whenever this attacks. And if you have the Pegasus out, you can make 2 copies of it, so you can sell both, and then get 4 triggers off the Casablanco and the copy. So, how am I supposed to get a high cost creature or card on top of my deck? So that's where Imperial Seal and Vampire Tutor comes in. So both these say search the library for a card, then place it on top of your library. I lose life with this one, but not the Vampire Tutor. So that's where both those come in. And then for the high cost things that I have to help hit my opponent really hard is a 7, 3 6s, actually 5 6s, and then there's a few other things that you guys will see that can also help with dealing a lot of damage to my opponent. So that's kind of the main portion I want to discuss with you guys. So now for the rest of the deck. So this is another card along with this, where if I'm down really low, or you know, whatever the case may be, then I just can't lose the game if these are on the field. So plus, if I hit this off Casablanco, then that's 7 damage. So, but anyways, yeah. So these are just kind of anti-lose cards, basically. So yeah. And then Thundermare. I know all our creatures enter tapped when this enters, but if I have the if I have this out, so that's essentially 5 damage, and if I had the dragon out, that's essentially could be 40 damage. It could be, you know, 30, 35, you know, whatever the case may be. So, and then if I attack, that's even more damage. So yeah. But again, it's like that's with any creature that I cast, is like it just deals damage to my opponent. So yeah. So just kind of lands. This gives my stuff flash, so I can cast it during my opponent's end phase if I need to. Cathar's Crusade. More +1/+1 encounters when a creature enters. So yeah, just kind of the one kind of counter spell that I have in here, which is really quite good. This searches for 2 creatures of a different of different names, and then you put them into your hand, and then you shuffle. So, but yeah, just kind of more horses and kind of like buffs and things like that. So, and a lot of lands. So. Chromatic Lantern because it's, 5 colors, so that makes sense to be able to get to what you need for color anyway. Rising Day, Haste, Defensive Heart. You can bring any 2 creatures out, the Calamity and the Dragon, or anything else that you might need. So this is really good too. So if you use the one white card that I showed off, the Convoke one, basically. Yeah. So you can tap this to help trigger this. So basically, during your second main phase, if it's tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto a battlefield. So it just kind of helps with that as well. So, but Marty's Wake, Thundering Nightmare, Demonic Tutor, Banner of Kinship. So basically, you choose a creature type, and then this gets counters for each creature you control of the chosen type. So, and then those creatures get +1/+1. So, yeah. Door of Destinies, Crush the Summer. So, and then there's another Force, and then the last card is this. So, you either search the library or your graveyard for a non-human creature with value extra less, and then you put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, you shuffle it. So, and then the other side is essentially this. So, yeah. So, that's essentially it for the deck itself. This thing is going to be really, really kind of scary for all that stuff that's in here. So, but, yeah. So, this is just a rough draft. It may stay the same or it may change depending on how tests go with it. But, yeah. So, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later, I guess.